No, you were talking about wanting to learn about this kind of stuff.
I'll watch, but I don't know about doing it.
I'll show you. See how his foot is like really, really dirty? If you take that pointy end, always pick away from yourself, so that way if he decides to jerk away from you, he won't jab the sharp end into you. He's super, super simple to do. He's a pretty boy. I know. I'm picking him towards myself. And you can tell he needs a trim because this is the sole of his foot and this is the wall. And there's usually, you can kind of see it right here if he wasn't so dirty. That's when they put shoes on him, they put the nails in between the wall and the sole. He can feel everything I'm doing, but it would be just like people rubbing on your fingernails. He can feel it. It just doesn't hurt him.
And of course, we got Train trying to do all this right now.
Yeah, and he's a pretty good dude, so he lets me piddle around with his feet all the time. But see, he needs his frog trimmed up, and that's just like the loose skin around your fingernails. So, see, I can sit there and play with it all day and he's not going to care. You want to try it? Are you sure? He's super simple. Okay.
Where you going, man?
No.
Where are you going?
He's got to be wiggling. His back feet are the same way. He was moving over into the sunlight where we couldn't get a better shot. But
get view and we can't get.
Your best bet would be to be directly behind him, which, where do you not want to be? Actually, when you're behind a horse, the common misconception is when you're behind a horse, everybody says, "Oh, you walk way back behind him like this." I'm like, I'm sorry, his back legs start here, and they're as tall as I am. So the safest place to be around a horse when you walk behind him is right up next to him. Because if you get kicked out here, it's going to hurt. If he decides to kick you right here, it's a hard shove. But if you get kicked out here, his legs have all that room to reach.
It's going to hurt a lot more.
Out right there where he's standing,
Yeah. Like where my face is.
Yeah, pretty much. Not saying as big as he is, it's not going to hurt, because it's going to hurt.
Not that he could lift his back leg up with his other foot down anyway.
Yes, he can.
With his other foot up in the air?
Yes. Yeah. Because they're independent, because they can move their legs independently. Yeah. I don't know if they let me
Full asset fall down there?
They've got a lot of range of motion.
Yeah, whenever you're right up on them like that, it's more of a nudge. Whereas when it's like when you're fighting somebody. If you're in a fight, somebody's got a chance to get a strike going at you. Get a good swing at you. It's going to hurt. If you're right up on them, it don't hurt near as bad. So
you want
in a sense that's what we're trying to.
Inside their reach.
More like getting shoved and less like getting
Yeah. Exactly.
hit by a truck.
Yeah.
And
or a baseball bat.
He probably weighs every bit of 1,100 pounds.
Big boy.
Yeah. See, all this right here,
Gotcha.
that would need to be trimmed.
Yeah, he's definitely due for a trim.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Cuticle material.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And he definitely needs a trim. They all are due for a trim, but But yeah, this part right here is called the frog. And then there's the sole and then the hoof wall. And these are the heel bulbs right here. And it takes about a year for a horse's hoof to grow from the coronary band, I want to say. I can't remember exactly what it's called. The coronary band to the ground. It takes about a year for them to get a whole new hoof. So when...
Of course the train.
Yeah. When I had him for about 6 months, you could definitely see the ridge in his feet from where I had him, and he started getting better quality feed to whatever the crap he was on before. I mean, look at his feet now. They're in pretty good shape. See, you can kind of see it there. That ridge.
Yeah. Yeah, and change in feed, you will be able to see that in their hooves. If you switch to a better grain, better quality pastures, even when you switch pastures, you can see the difference in their hooves in the way they grow out and the quality of grass that they have to eat.
And their hair, you'll definitely be able to see it in their hair. They only have the cap right now because it's that in between time, and they're just getting ready to start shedding, so they're turning loose of their winter coats.
I heard that. You watch your mouth. Stan.
Stan the man. When I first got him, you couldn't hardly touch his ears. He was very, very
I heard that.
head shy.
Sketchy about his ears.
Yeah, and now I've gotten to where he's pretty good about his ears. He'll let me look at him.
Cheesing for the camera.
Well, that's how you age a horse, is by their teeth. This groove, this tooth right here. Okay, let me look at it. But that right there, that groove is called the Galvain's groove. And these teeth right here, they will get them, and then they'll recess, and then they'll get them again. He's to the point where he's probably going to lose them, and then when he gets to be about 15, he'll get them again, and then they won't ever stop growing. Gunner's was like huge. They were the size of my pinkies. The vets, when I had his Gunner's teeth done, they had to actually put these little cup grinders on them and grind them down because they were growing up to his top teeth. Yeah.
Like a parrot's beak kind of.
Yeah, and that's not saying that mares don't get those teeth, because they do every once in a while, but that's generally a boy horse thing. You don't want to try picking up?
Come on, Wes, you can try it. It's not really that hard. He'll almost throw them up at you.
Yeah, he'll pick them up for you, but to pick up his teeth, just kind of running.
See?
He trusts me like he trusts you.
He's fine.
Yeah, you'd be amazed. See? They're real light when they...
And whoever had him before was... He's got some interesting training, because these right here are called chestnuts. If you mess with his chestnuts, he really picks them up.
You don't like that. You don't like that.
No,
Yeah, you don't mind. It's
no, I think that's just how he was trained, because if you look at his chestnuts, they're really long, they're really thick, and it's because I can't peel them off, because every time I mess with them, he picks up his feet. The rest of them, I peel their chestnuts off. And that's not what they mean by chestnuts over and over fire.
Probably wouldn't taste very good.
I can't imagine.